Welcome back, everybody, to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Justice for All. Continuing on with our next testimony. Here we go. Or cross-examination, I should say. So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up.
You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know. 4! Counting better, of course. With that many eyes, you really think someone would have slipped by me?
4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose. Yikes, the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trilo. So you saw Mac coming out of the big top that night.
Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance of the tent the entire time.
I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. About what time would you say these events took place?
You're one of the dumbest people on the planet. You can't figure it out yourself. You already know that practice fam was probably at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just had 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it?
Indeed, what time was it? What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. Ow! I'm no good at math. It was 10:10 p.m. Oh, yes, that sounds about right.
It sounds about right because that's the time I saw Max on the scene.
So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night.
You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You got something to add? Let me guess. That's not Trilo. You say good evening at night.
I'm sorry, Trilo. Mr. Quist, I prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom.
Impossible. Before we let you read these performances, you should know better.
There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Oh, God. Let's see here. Trilo's evening greeting? Isn't that a bit strange to you?
What do you mean?
Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange.
Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. Oh, 'cause... Didn't he hit him on the head with the bottle? Was that before or after the murder? I can't remember. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your coworkers? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Ow! That hurt! Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flopping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no reason that Trilo would ever say something nice to Max, but how do I go about proving that with the evidence?
Loving is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one.
I guess I can give it a shot. The witness will resume his testimony. Alright, so I think that's what we gotta present it on. So let's try the bottle, because it was Max that hit him with the bottle, so. Objection! Oh, I think it worked. Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? Yes! A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head.
Ah!
That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ow! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival.
Ah!
Are you saying this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene?
I didn't tell us to lie, honestly, I just...
That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? So I'm thinking he probably saw a different person. Because obviously, well, Trilo is saying that he just saw, you know, kind of the main points of Max's outfit, like the silk hat and other stuff. So I'm thinking he saw a different person. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? the correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all, which means there is only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it. What in the world? You... Would the defense colleagues explain who it was Trilo saw that evening, then? Let's see here. Oh... I'm guessing the only person would have been Russell, since, like we said earlier, he was meeting with Max, so... Let's try it. Take that! Considering the ill temper of this witness, there is only one person he would greet. It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute. No, Your Honor, it's not Regina. If it was Regina, Trilo would have given her the engagement ring as a present. Oh, yeah. I suppose you've got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it now? Was it not? You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. Ah! The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo. Isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Ah! Ah! He had an extra to that. Order! Order! How do you respond to this?
Wait a second! Well, at first I thought it was the old man, but once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
What? I don't get it.
I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica, or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry?
The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols?
Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man. You gotta remember that one now. Here we go again. Everyone all together now. Ow!
Yes, yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses. A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What?
Miss Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant?
Well,
If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes, I think we finally won a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but...
But?
Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime.
Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess.
Oh, and I guess that's it for today. All right, I think we did a pretty good job today. We lost a little bit of health in our health bar. Hopefully, we'll make it we'll make it through the next time we come together for Phoenix Wright, String Justice for All. It might be tomorrow, it might be Friday. It'll definitely be by this weekend. So, yeah, let's go ahead and save our game here. Alright. Sweetie! Alright, I'm just gonna leave it there. Alright, so what witnesses do we have here? Or what people do we have in here exactly? So I think we're gonna be having Mo coming into this next part. So Lawrence Kurtz. Just gonna kind of look over the pictures here with you guys. It could have been Acro. I mean, we don't even know much about him. And I am kind of early guessing, but the people, because, you know, the murder happened near the lodging house, I think it was where, yeah. Was it? Wait. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Anyways, so it could have been, I mean, Mo could be definitely, I think the main suspects are, well, they're thinking Max did it, but we're trying to prove him guilty. So I'm thinking either Mo or Acro. So, we haven't even met Acro yet, so we'll probably meet him in the next, investigation. Or maybe in this next trial. I mean, you never know what happens here in Phoenix Wright land. Alright guys, so that's gonna do it for today's little playthrough for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. Next time, I think we'll be finishing up the trial. So stay tuned for that coming soon, and I'll see you guys in my next video coming soon. Objection!